visitor side. Just it's courtesy. It's courtesy.
Yeah, I'll always just put you there. Man, I figured they would have set up there, but I guess they want to do it over there.
This is the Eagle. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, just want to get into a Valor football game for free.
Oh, I didn't think about that. They're playing. I saw they're playing Vista next week. Maybe it's this week, right? Coming up, and that's the third best team in the state.
Oh wow. Yeah, they said it was
Yeah, it was super. And you know where it was the best was when we were down in Colorado Springs. Remember at that Dobson where we had to go up to the fifth floor or whatever and come
they
in?
asked for it. Like, I had to register. That I had to pre-register.
Oh, I see.
So they were expensive. Yeah, some places all you do is show it. Like there, like
Yeah, I remember that. They logged the number and all that stuff.
here, guys, photographer guys, here, and then like show it.
Because yeah, we only need it for. We don't even need it for. Actually, the CPHL final would be really.
This is Casa.
Yeah, football games. How much are the tickets? Like $10 maybe? I don't know. Wow. Good evening. Welcome to the opening game of the Screamin' Eagles CPHL season. They will be taking on the Eagles, not to be confused with the Screaming Eagles. Eagles from Heritage High School right down the road. They were in the tournament from last weekend, didn't have the best go, but any of these teams can beat any of these teams any given Friday night. We've got a couple of folks that are back in the lineup for the Screaming Eagles tonight. We got Hoyt Sorensen back in the lineup. He missed the twisted wrister with concussion symptoms. I was just talking to Dad Todd. He had actually this strange bruise pattern behind his ear, so for precautionary measures, they kept him out. Dawson Charles is still out, as is Roger Stanley and Evan Jimenez. However, we do have Jack MacKinnon, number 6, back in the lineup, so good to see Jack again. Quick update on Bauer Bodine. He still TBD on the suspension, anywhere from 3 to 5 games. Supposed to hear something final by Saturday, tomorrow, but it's looking like 5 games, which will put him out for this full weekend, as well as next weekend against Lafayette, and then the game Friday night up in NoCo versus the Stars. And then soon thereafter, he'll be back, and then we'll have the return too soon of Stanley on defense and Dawson Charles on offense. So we'll start ready to get this game going. 30 seconds left on the clock, and then we'll have the puck drop. Looking forward to this matchup as the Screaming Eagles slowly get all their players back. I was looking at the schedule, and their 2 what could be toughest games of the year are actually the last 2 games. They play against the Bruins, so we'll have a rematch. Hopefully tempers have calmed down and cooler heads will have prevailed by then. They'll play the Bruins and then Denver East, the East Angels, I think it is. And then we'll get right into the CPHL playoffs, which start right around Halloween. Clean up the pucks, and then we'll get this game going. Tomorrow night we'll be playing against strangely enough, we're at our home rink here, South Suburban Rink 2, but the Eagles, Heritage Eagles, are the home team, not the Valor Eagles, the Valor Screaming Eagles rather. So looking forward to seeing Hoyt back in the lineup tonight, as well as Jack MacKinnon, big number 6 on the blue line. I should read the lines out. We got Sorensen skating with Fisher at center and Maddox Charles. Second line will be Deep, Baker, and Sutter. We saw those boys last weekend. Third line, Tarbert, Connor Perry, Bevan, and then Ben Purchase. Perch will be subbing in and out of various lines throughout the night. So 3 lines plus an extra. On defense, we've got Gogol and MacKinnon, who's starting the game. Foy and O'Donnell, and Coffey and King, and here we go. Puck drops, shipped over to the side. Mattis can't quite make it to it in time. He sends it back in. No ice, puck's down there, but Fisher's there. Lazy play by the Eagles defense. Sutter sends it back, tries to get it back to Maddox. Sorry, that wasn't Sutter, that was Hoyt Sorensen. The S has got me confused. Sent back in by Heritage. Maddox looking for the outlet. Tries to get it up to Hoyt, but just out of his reach. Now it's to Hoyt. He clicks it off the side. He's got Maddox with him. 2 fastest kids on the ice probably right there. Hoyt can't quite get around that young lady playing defense, number 21. Good work there. Hoyt slips, falls down, but manages to get a setting pass. Back up top. Good shot by Coffey. First shot on goal, I think, right there. Good to see Clay back. He was, I think he was back there in Scotland, so thanks for coming back and joining us here in Lone Tree and down here in Highlands Ranch for the hockey games. All right, Baker line is on now. Baker with Sutter and deep. We got Coffee and King on the blue line. Draws one back. However, Heritage controls. They make the line. They send it down in. Should say that's Jordan, Lucas Jordan on goal. Oh no, King, he recoups and it's sent. Oh, that was a good quick hard shot from the point. I'm not sure the goalie saw that, but blocks it nonetheless and covers the puck up. And we'll have a face-off down deep. Again, that's Baker working with deep. And Sutter, usually we see Sutter on center line, but here it goes deep. He makes it around, goes wide, sends it back down into the corner. No one's there for the support, backside support. Now here comes the Heritage Eagles with some speed up the side. Can he get past King? Does get past King. Shot backhand goes wide. Deep will send it back down into the corner. Coffee regroups. Send outlet pass chipped out by Sutter. Nobody's there on the break. Heritage, good cross-ice pass, doesn't connect with anybody. They're trying to send it in. Baker intercepts, and he'll send it back in. Here come the Eagles. They make the line pretty easily. Shot, good save by Jordan. That kid had all the time. Little loose play here by the Screaming Eagles to get this game going. Now it goes back into the corner. Coffee backhands up. Not good play by Deep. Here goes Eagles, another shot from the point. Fortunately, there's absolutely nobody screening, so they're relatively pedestrian shots. And that shot is up high. Would have gone into the glass up above the goal, but is gloved down by Jordan. Now we'll see the Canapari line come out here. We got Canapari working with Bevan. I should say Bevan's back in the lineup after a shoulder injury. On the blue line, we have O'Donnell working with Foy, number 7 O'Donnell, and Foy, number 5. Puck is chipped out. Good work by Bevan. He gets it out. Sloppy play by the Eagles. Cross ice by O'Donnell. Good job sent in by Tarbert. Now they'll go for the chase. Good job by Bevan to get there. He closes that gap. Leaves it for Canapari. Low shot looking for a rebound. One try by Tarbert. That doesn't go in. Good shot though. Good work by the boys. Some menacing there by the Screaming Eagles in the neutral zone. There's Bevan. Good stick work there. And good cross ice pass to O'Donnell where there's a lot of space. O'Donnell overskates it a little bit. He regroups and sends it in. A little bit of a panic path that works out right to Bevan. Backhanded up to a streaking Tarbert, but doesn't connect. Eagles try. That's a no-look pass too. Oh, and MacKinnon had some speed coming through the neutral zone too, but didn't quite connect with him. Now it's sent back in. Jordan plays behind the net. Worked the breakout, really struggled, and she lets that one go. And that's, yeah, good call off on the ice because she could have played that one. Good job there by Gabe Pitcher to intercept. We see a line change come through. Sorensen's back on the ice, and he's got some speed. He's going to regroup by himself. Outlet pass up to Maddox. Toe drag around to Fisher. Backhand wide. Eagles, looks like a line mismatch out here now. Very fast first line of the Screaming Eagles. Sent back down into Fisher. He looks up. Oh, he doesn't get enough stick on that. He looked up, kind of topped it like in golf when you look up and you top it in front of all the fans. Sent all the way back down in, and that might be our first whistle, or one of the first whistles of the game. 13:31 left first period. Little loose, not quite organized enough yet this particular game, and we'll get the Baker line back out there. Some good speed. You see Sorensen and Charles out there with some good speed, and when they get that break going, that's going to be impossible to stop. Draws one back by the Heritage Eagles into their own zone. Good hustle by Sutter to try and collect that puck, but they come out. That Baker keeps it in. He gets tied up. That could have been a hold. They let it play on. Valor retains possession just outside the reach of King. Ties up that guy, pushes him off. Another body. That kid was wide open. Great back check by Baker to intercept that. Now he's got some speed. Defender swings, misses. Baker gets around one. Shot wide. That was that's pretty far wide, but I like that idea that side of that net was open. Tried to go short side. Good work there by Coffey back to his deep partner and King. Oh, a little bit of a misplay, and that one is sent off the back of Deep up into the netting. We'll get a line change and a face-off down low. 12:47. Shots are probably about even. No real optimal scoring chances yet, but some good pressure by both sides so far, actually. Canapari lines out there. Purchase is out there working now this time. Purchase working with Bevan. Backhanded up to Canapari. Oh, he's got Purchase with him. Oh, Purchase just couldn't quite get there, just out of his outstretched stick. And now here comes the Eagles the other way. They converge on him. They can't really make the zone with any kind of organization. And they'll blow that. I think that was stoppage. Oh, I think the clock hadn't started or something. So they're going to blow it dead, and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Canapari in the face-off circle. Again, he's working with Purchase and Bevan. Draws one back. He did a good job with Twister Wisters, did Canapari on those face-offs. Now it's back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell up to Bevan. He tries to break out. Oh, Canapari swings on it. He had Purchase there in the middle. Purchase, good job on the forecheck on that Heritage kid that just panicked past it. Now it's sent all the way back in. Bouncer on Jordan. He sticks it aside, leaves it for Foy. A couple kids converge, but now here comes Purchase going the other way. Outlet pass to Bevan. Good work. Breakout. Bevan leaves it for Purchase. It's on his backhand. Oh, he elevates. Good try, just over the goal. Good job elevating that backhand shot by Perch, just over the goal. We'll send Gabe Fisher in there with Maddox and Hoyt. Hoyt's looking to break the seal and get, gee, all these boys looking to get their first goal of the CPHL season. Who's going to open the scoring? Cup's tied up there. Eagles managed to fish it out. Heritage Eagles fish it out. Good job there by O'Donnell. Good to see him out there again. Hoyt gets past one, but he falls down. Sent back up top. Heritage with the low shot, easily sticked aside by Jordan. Maddox tries to chip it up. Now it's up. Now it goes to Hoyt. Now we can showcase that speed. He stopped. Oh, good change of direction. Score! Good play there by Sorensen. He stopped. Wonderful change of direction and the patience. And Maddox was in good spot there. Good work there. That Sorensen to Maddox Charles to open the scoring. 1-0. Screaming Eagles. Great play. Awesome work by Hoyt. Bringing it up. You see the replay here. He stops, hesitates. Maddox, cross ice. Maddox waits just long enough. The goalie could not push over fast enough. Good goal. 1-0. Screaming Eagles. 11:24 left in the game. Baker lines out there now. Draws one back by Heritage. Misplayed. A little bit of a panic pass again. Now Heritage turns and wheels it in. Gogo gets there. He sends it back around to Dasher. Back up. Gets back up to the blue line. Good job by Sutter breaking that play up. Big fat rebound all the way back out. It's chopped out, but they can't get it out. Good. And that's a delayed offside. I guess it did come off. The ref's hand was up, and so you saw they had to touch up. Good pass off the stick of Baker. It's deflection down deep. Heritage Eagles get there first. Baker's on the forecheck. Oh, and this kid skates it out. Man, he gets back 3 forecheckers on that. Pretty slow, big kid too, but man, he had some good stick work to get out. Maybe not that slow, just big, good hands. Eagles have some time, turned and fired in the middle. Sutter disrupts. Good job tying that stick up so the Heritage Eagles don't get a shot off. King keeps his head up. Good, nice pass to cross ice pass to, oh, Sutter takes some body. Baker makes it in. It's a 1-on-4, 1-on-5 now. He sends it back down, kicks it to himself. He's looking for somebody. Pretty good play there by Joey. Oh, good patience by Hoyt. We see this top line come back out there again. King on the blue. Oh, it comes out and he sends it back in. Not a bad play though. Touch up gives a chance to complete the line change. Now it's sent in off the ref. The ref helps him not get deep. King, gentle pass out there. Maddox up to Gabe. Just couldn't quite turn around. There's Maddox through the neutral zone. Bounces off one. Oh, and that is offsides too. Up to Gabe. Big Gabe Fisher gets around one. Eagles misplay that pass. Oh, and Hoyt was looking for Maddox, but Maddox went straight and Hoyt went the other direction. Eagles make the line. Good job by Coffey pushing him off that puck. Maddox is back there too. There comes Hoyt with that speed. Hoyt racing up the right side. 1-to-beat, 1-on-1. He's got Gabe with him. Oh, good stick by that Eagles kid to break it up. Hoyt gives him some body. A little bit of loose stick handling by this Heritage kid through the middle. Good job breaking it up as Fisher. He sends it back in. The boys are offside, so they have to touch up. They're going to spin off for a change, and here comes Heritage Eagles. They dump it in, gets past Tarbert. Foy turns around, looks, good heads up play. O'Donnell starts to break up. Good job by Fish. Up to Purchase. Purchase racing. He's giving bother on that. Good work sticking with him. Good. Oh, body. Foy took the body and the puck just squirted out. O'Donnell's going to circle back around off the board. Can Purchase get there? Not quite. Heritage tries to. They're having any trouble getting any sort of momentum developed. It's been all Eagles. Good hard work in the O zone, the D zone too. The Eagles are going to start to break out their try. They get it up there. Jordan comes out to play it. Oh, then he gets taken down right in front of the ref. I guess the ref was out. Sorry, Jordan was outside of his zone, so I guess no penalty there. Kept in. Purchase tries to get there. Puck flips all the way back out. O'Donnell's going to have to regroup, and he's got plenty of time. Sends it up to Canapari. He's got a seam up the middle. He goes wide, waits for some reinforcements. There's McKinnon. McKinnon back, just out of the reach of Bevan. Bevan sends it around, and he gets dumped. Tarbert fighting down low. Bevan tries to go back in it. O'Donnell now we're going the other direction. The speed of McKinnon closes pretty quickly. Breaks that play up. Now they got all the time in the world. What a terrible line change, but that is a shot. I think Bevan missed that a little bit. Went for a low shot, maybe looked for a deflection. And now that's an ice. 7:32. Not a lot of stoppage, just back and forth with a little bit of loose play. Screaming Eagles looked a little better organized than they had some of those games of the twisted wrister, but still a little bit loose. Baker line is out there. Good work last time. Joey had that 1-on-5. Really good play. Oh, that's a good, quick shot by Deep, I think that was. Baker's out there with Deep. I think that's Bevan still out there too. Shot from the point, low by King, looking for a deflection. He might have missed on the. Oh, that one is deflected up into the net. That was Coffey tried to rip one there from the point. That one was deflected before it made it through anybody. So we got Bevan on this line now with Baker and Deep. Draws one back by Heritage. Bevan gives chase. Heritage Eagles, when they don't come out with a good stick work by Bevan. Deep's going to work it around. Tries to get Bevan in the upper slot, but it's deflected. It's intercepted. Now it comes all the way back out to King. Good job chipping it up to Bevan. Bevan's going to play it back to King. King sticks it back up. Little loose play right in between. Deep just turns and fires it back in. That's a dangerous play. Baker tried to stick handle out of there, and it gets torn up, and that one would be an ice, but it happens to be right on the goalkeeper, so we'll pad that stats with a shot there. And now here comes the Fisher line. That's sent in. Eagles dump it in, and they're going to get maybe the right matchup up there against this top line from the Screaming Eagles. There's Hoyt. Man, does he have good speed up the side. Tries to jump aside, but just flip up to the center. There's King. He makes the zone. Nobody was with him, and now the Eagles are trying to organize a breakup. Intercepted by Hoyt. Stick handles. He's trying to get it in. It comes back to Maddox. Tries to go around one. Yeah, I think they're matching up top line for top line. This has turned into a 2-on-1 for the Heritage Eagles. Shot fanned on that shot attempt. Jordan was there nonetheless. Puck comes back out to the neutral zone. The Eagles maintain possession. D-to-D pass there in the neutral zone. Hoyt's there on the forecheck. Nice, and that comes, and that is a hand pass going the other way, all the way down. .546 left, first period. Shots on goal are 6 for the Screaming Eagles and 5 for the Heritage Eagles. So no big shot disparity. A little better puck control and organized play by the Screaming Eagles of Valor. Breakouts, a little more confidence with the puck. Good job by Canapari. Tries to get it down low to Purchase. Puck sent out. Now they're trying to clear it. Kept in by O'Donnell. He's looking for someone to pass. Just turns and fires at the blue line. Good job keeping it in. Good body by Purchase to maintain possession. Good job. He slides it up to O'Donnell off the wall. Purchase back to Canapari. Canapari back to Purchase. Oh, good attempt to give and go there by those boys. Now here comes the Heritage Eagles. They make the center line and dump it in. O'Donnell's there first. One Heritage Eagles on the forecheck. Purchase has some time to regroup and assess the situation. Cross ice pass to Foy. Up to Tarbert. Tarbert gets taken down from behind. No call. Probably just blew a tire. Now Eagles are trying to get something going, and there's Sutter. I was just going to wonder if he was injured, but now he's back on the ice. And they're trying to break it out are the Eagles, and they do. They make the center line, and they dump it in, but the Screaming Eagles have 4 players back. Gogol gets there first. Oh, good play by Bogle. He plays the puck, then he plays a shoulder into that kid, knocks him down. There's MacKinnon with some time. Takes it high off the boards, and that's going to be an ice. A couple players were converging, and there was nobody really breaking to get open, so he tried to play it high off the wall, but needs a little bit of, guy needs to break and get open, so MacKinnon has somebody to pass to. Instead, he ends up icing it. Sent it down a little further, but it's better than the alternative, I suppose. Baker line's back out there. Baker working now with Sutter. And deep. Heritage sends it up to the blue line. Oh, and she cannot keep it in. They got 2 young ladies on this team. Making the varsity squad. That's very impressive. Puck sent back around. Deep gets there first. He'll play it back behind the net. Oh, dangerous pass cross ice to Sutter. Sutter, does he have the speed to break? No, he doesn't. It's collected by the Heritage Eagles. 3:51 left in the first period. With been, dare I say, a little bit slow and boring. Puck fished out by the Heritage Eagles. They play it off the wall. This play is sent all the way back in. No ice. Gogol gets there. Again, he's working with MacKinnon. Gogol's got some time. He sends it up to Sutter, who can't corral the pass. Maybe he was just trying to tip it in to avoid the ice. And now another stretch pass by the Eagles. Gabe Fisher, the top dollar line, has come on. Shot by the Heritage Eagles right directly into the middle of Jordan's chest. Saved pretty easily. Now we'll get to see this top line back out on the ice. We're looking to establish some chemistry. 3 new skaters on there. We had some strange line combinations and twisted wrister as some kids were injured. Draws one back, going looking for that stretch pass. Gets it up to Maddox. Gabe joins him. Hoyt's trailing. Score! Oh my goodness gracious. That is an unreal shot there from Maddox. Takes the time, slows down just above the circle. Just a quick snapshot. That was really pretty. Goal number 2 for Maddox Charles. Just above the circle, pulls that back and just goes top corner. That was really special. Good shot by Maddox. Goal number 2. Goalie, I'm not so sure ever saw that. He didn't expect that shot. Oh, and he was screened too. Good job by Maddox using that defensive player as a screen. 2-0 Valor, 3:04 left the second period. Hoyt breaks free. He gets it in, 1-on-2. Oh, and he blows a tire, goes down in the corner. Maddox was down there on the other side with some support. There's King, he adds some support too. Good job by Maddox, tries to go back to himself and score up for a shot. Coffey keeps it in. DeHoyt deflection. Goal! Whoa, there was the hat trick for Maddox Charles in frame number 1. 3 goals just like that. Now that was a shot with a deflection. What a sweet play. Maddox got his stick down. Let's see who that shot was from. Oh, that shot just came from Hoyt. Oh, nice. That was a sweet deflection. Just went right over the top like the Datsuk, I think that is. Just a slow chip over the top of the goalie. 3-0, 2:39 left with Maddox Charles hitting the score sheet and banging it early with 3 goals. Good. That was a nice deflection. I think Hoyt's got 2 assists, maybe 3, and Maddox has 3 goals. Definitely good to see Hoyt back in the lineup. Here comes this next line, the Canapari line. He's out there working with Tarbert and Bevan. Sent in, not off the netting. all the way down deep, and the Valor Eagles will chase. Good job keeping it in and holding that blue line as Foy. He had pinched up a little bit to make sure that puck's not getting out. Fished out. Tarbert sends it in. Bevan gives chase. He gets there first. Good hard work by Bevan. He's got a little bit of a corner, turns and circles. Backhand shot is gloved by the goalie. 152. Shots are 9-7. And that's some good hard work. That's 3 goals by Manish Carls and 3 assists by Hoyt Sorensen. Draws one by Joey Baker down in the corner. He has, puck is just out of stretch. He's back in the corner. He's looking. Good job leaving it back for Perch. Perch backhands to deep. There's Purchase again. Oh, good shot. Oh my goodness, what a save, what a shot, what a save. Baker was in great position, canter in front of the net. Purchase got it right on his stick, and the goalie just slid, made a great save. 1:29 left in the first period. The Eagles get control. No, they don't. Good work by Purchase on that back check. I guess I'll call it a back check as the offensive play was going up the other direction. Purchase with a nice stick lift, and it doesn't make it out of the zone. Shots are pretty close, but it has been all Valor screaming Eagles. Gabe Fisherline is back out there, draws not really won by anybody, but comes back to Valor trying to get some possession, maintain possession. Hoyt fishes it out, goes around, doesn't really have support. It was clogged up, didn't have enough space. There's Maddox, comes on him. Puck goes all the way around. Fisher tries a shot, dumps it back for Maddox. Hoyt was tied up with a stick. Good chip pass up to Gogol. Oh, for the deflection was Hoyt. Sent back up to Maddox. He's got time to work again. He fakes the fakes the slap shot, then toe drag, and the quick release shot is gloved by the goalie. 44.4 seconds left on the first frame. 3-0 Screaming Eagles, and it has really been, the offense has been all Valor. Now that they've settled into their game, really good puck control. They're really holding their positioning. Gap control is much better. Really aggressive on the pucks. Granted, this team, Heritage Eagles, might not be as fast as some of those teams they played in the Twisted Wrister, but MacKinnon circles back around the net, hands it off to Tarbert, just gets off his stick and gets caught in some of that snow over on the side, the shaved ice, if you will. Now here comes Heritage, 2-on-3, but there's several Screaming Eagles back. The toe drag doesn't work. Tarbert tries to chip it out, doesn't quite work. MacKinnon, good play, back to Gogol. Gogol has some time, settles it down. Oh, that was intercepted. Risky pass. Eagles try and get it back and work. Oh, and there's the buzzer. They were trying to work the cycle. Passing wasn't quite fast enough. And that is 3-0 Valor after the first period. Let me get some stats here. As I said, we got 3 goals by Maddox Charles and 3 assists by Hoyt Sorensen. And Valor has opened up the shot lead now too. 13 shots on goal versus 7 by the Heritage Eagles. Really good play there though by Valor, especially got deeper into that first period. Maybe feeling each other out there in the beginning. Took some time to get used to the lines, but it sure didn't take much time for Hoyt and Maddox to start their magic, and maybe we'll start seeing that all season long. Some real good offensive firepower once they get all their players back. It'll be interesting to see how they put all the lines together, and especially with the defense. Kids moving up and down from varsity to JV, playing both sides there. We'll see how that shakes out as we get a little further into the season, but some good play by all the players, especially earlier in the Twisted Wrister, it was a little hard to watch some of that defensive, some lackadaisical plays and not really aggressive on the puck, but that sure did change as the Screaming Eagles got deeper into that tournament. And then the defense was really aggressive on the pucks, controlled pucks, good breakouts, good passing. especially when some of these kids started playing together, when they knew who their defensive pairing was. It made it a lot more comfortable, a lot easier to have confidence. You knew where the kid was going to be, etc. All right, we're going to start this second period off with Baker. The Baker line's out there. Baker working again with Deep and Bevan now. Trying to keep these names straight, names, numbers, and we got Gogol and McKinnon on the blue line. Draws one back to McKinnon. He pops it up. Good job holding the board. Oh, but the puck makes it in. Gogol chips it up. Good play there. Glove down by Deep. Good play there by Baker to break that up too. Now the Eagles go and try and set up the breakout. Oh, they're a little bit discombobulated now, and they're going to try and organize now, and that turns into flipping it all the way down for an ice. 30 seconds ticked off the clock in this second period, and we will have an ozone face-off. Bring out that top line with Charles and Sorensen. Always could easily pick out Sorensen or Charles because they both wear bubbles, but they were on different lines. But now they're both wearing those bubble masks, so can't just look for the bubble. Anyway, Maddox, low shot, hits it up to Fisher. He gets tied up. Eagles do get it out. There's King with some time. Good pass to Fisher. He tries to chip it up in the neutral zone. A little bit loose controlling that pass, but Hoyt comes out with it. He goes wide. That's Maddox. Oh, deflected up into the netting. I'm having trouble telling Maddox and Hoyt Sorensen apart. Same helmet. Both have jerseys tucked in. Both fast. Canapari lines out there with Sutter and Tarbert. King working on the point with Coffey. Draws one back to King. Good low shot. That's a great play there by King. It was kind of a low, slow shot looking for a deflection through some traffic too. It made it all the way through. The goalie saw it though and saved it. Good try there from the blue line. A lot of times we see these guys with these high shots that are just like playing catch in the backyard with your old man when you're younger, but those low shots are sometimes those shot passes. Oh, good job by King getting all the way back to intercept that too. Centering pass was there by the Eagles. Sutter knocks his player down. Now King is a little tied up, but he maintains control. Good outlet pass to Sutter. Sutter's got Tarbert on the break on the other side. Sutter with the speed. Oh, he loses the puck. He had that edge too. Now it's just turned and fired back in the neutral zone by one of those young ladies on the team. Back to King. Bring it in. Circle leaves it back for. Uh-oh, here comes the Eagles going the other direction. Gets past Coffey. Interfered with, and that is a penalty. Is that going to be a penalty shot? No, that's a hold. But I guess I'll bet we're going to get to see Maddox and Sorensen out here on the PK, which if I were a betting man, I would say that there's a high likelihood one of those two will get a shorthanded goal. But we don't see that combo come out first. We get to see Bevan and Deep on the offensive side, and McKinnon and Gogo on the defensive side. I think we'll get to see that Charles Sorensen combo here maybe for the next stage. Anyway, get that 2-minute power play up on the board. 15-10 left in the second period. Eagles are working it. See if they can set up the umbrella. All right, they've got the good shot. He fans on that shot, but then he gets one off. Wow, that shot was through some traffic. Great save by Jordan. Good meddling there by Bevan. Giving him some space up there. This kid can walk in. You got to get out on him. All right, good job by Deep getting out and challenging that player. He's got his back to the play, does this Heritage Eagle. Shot through traffic too. That screen, McKinnon's trying to move that kid out. Couldn't quite move him out. Eagles goes backdoor. Oh, good job intercepting it as Gogol. And he backhands that out of the zone to Deep, and he can't quite get it deep, and so Heritage maintains control, gets it around Bevan that was, and Deep tries to poke it in. Good job by Bevan menacing that player. He turns and fires it up. Deep has to regroup, but he finally sends one in. Now they'll go for the change. Now we see Charles come out, and there's Sorensen. There's that two-player combo. We got King out there with Gogol. Puck's turned over. Maddox just going to turn and fire it all the way down in the corner. 40 seconds left on the kill. 13:56 left second period. Again, we'll be zamming it halfway through this period, I believe it is. Eagles try and make the zone. Good job by Maddox clogging up that neutral zone. Great play by Maddox. Then O'Donnell's there to fire it all the way back down. Maddox on the forecheck now. 13 seconds left, maybe chance for one more rush. But Heritage doesn't seem to have any urgency in starting this rush. And now they decide to ice it, and that'll do it for the power play. It's a relatively good idea, but the pass doesn't connect. 13:21 left in the second period. And there is 3 seconds on the clock, but this power play, for all intents and purposes, is over. Baker line is out there. Baker is working with Bevan. King and O'Donnell are on the blue line. Good job by King there on that back check, breaking that up. Bevan makes the blue line and just outside the reach of Joey. Good stick by Baker to keep it in. Bevan gives chase. He's whacking at it, smacking at it. Purchase joins the play. Purchase gets taken down. He chips it up, leaves it back in the corner, but no Screaming Eagles are there to pressure the puck. Baker picks it up, winds around 1-2. Good cross-ice pass to Purchase. Oh my goodness gracious. Just at the last second, Purchase, great shot. He was looking for that top corner. I don't know if that went off of the goalie's knob of that stick or the edge of the goal. Here we see a replay. Oh, I think that went just off the goalie's stick. Good shot, good play by Baker, winding through some people. And Perch was just set up there in the slot. Good hard shot, a good save by the goalie. Draws one by Canapari. Sutter sends it back down into Tarbert. Man, that defense was lazy on that play. Gave Tarbert all the room. Tarbert winds around. He's looking for somebody to pass to. Tries to get into Canapari. He does. It's broken up. Canapari takes 3 people on him. Back to Tarbert. Tarbert takes 2. Gets some support from Canapari. Sutter pops out to open position. Canapari is hauled down, no penalty. Sutter has plenty of time to wheel. Canapari, it's like they're on a power play, the boys are now. Sutter, he winds, changes position with MacKinnon. MacKinnon tied up along the boards and loses control of it. Sent out on the brink of it. Now it's intercepted by Tarbert. They're going the other direction. He's going to backhand it down in the corner. MacKinnon goes in there and he plays it back into the corner. Tarbert has some time. He gets tied up, bounces off that check, bounces off another check. The Eagles are there and they turn and break it out, but now it's just blindly passed out all the way down, and that will be an icing. 11:39 left in the second period. The crowd meter here is certainly not registering very high. Very, well, not quite as high intensity and action packed as that last game. Twist of wrister draws one back. Maddox has some time. Backhands up to Sorensen, going for the give and go. Sorensen's working it. He's got time too to circle. Comes all the way up top. He shoots. I don't know if he's looking for a deflection or what, but Gabe is there to help out. Now Maddox, he winds around, tries to get it back into Sorensen off his feet. Foy goes D to D. O'Donnell shot into the center of the goalie's chest. Screen was not set up, so pretty innocuous shot there, not very dangerous. Fisher in the face-off circle, wins it to himself, but then the Eagles take control and they try and get it out, held in by O'Donnell. He tries to send it deep, comes back to him, spins off one. Maddox, good body, good play, good protect to Sorensen. Good pass down deep to streaking Fisher. Great. Sorensen looking for his 4th assist. What a great look. Maddox sticks this one kid. Oh, another attempt. Gabe can't connect on that one either. Foy's going to regroup, assess the situation. Chipped in by Sorensen, and Fisher gives chase. It's sent up and out. Foy tries to keep it in. Good job. 3 kids converge. There's O'Donnell, and there's Lucas Jordan to stick it into the boards out of harm's way. 10:28 left, second period. We will zam the ice and take an intermission. The kid runs into the boards on his own like he was checked in there, and that is just turned and fired into the bench by O'Donnell. Just sent it out of harm's way. I think he was purposely trying to hit any of those coaches on the bench, but it's sent in, and we will, another D-zone face-off is only appropriate. The Baker line is out there, and Baker is working with Bevan and Deep. So moving these forwards around, playing with these different centers. Eagles in the job, but can't maintain possession. Coffey chips it up. Bevan gives chase. Good stick there by Bevan. Deep tries to send one in deep to Bevan. Eagles come out with it. Good work there by those 2 kids, Bevan and Deep, and gets caught up in Coffey's feet and sent all the way back down in by the Heritage Eagles. Chipped all the way back up top. Oh my goodness, that is a seeing eye shot that goes through a couple sets of legs but does not connect. Good save by Jordan. This kid's got a lot of space, and he sends that one wide. Baker stops, reverses back to himself. Coffey back to Bevan, and Bevan just turns and fires it up. He had plenty of time, but he didn't know that at the time. Good job by Baker on the forecheck there. Deep stays with it. Baker, 3 people converge. Good job by Baker, leaving it for Deep. Gets out of 3 trouble. 3 kids draped all over him, and good pass to Deep right in front. Coffey assesses the situation. Up to Perch. Perch across to Deep. Oh, and he tried to go Perch, but Perch didn't keep moving. He stopped with the progression. Baker gets around 1. Looking for somebody past you. Tries to go to Perch, who is streaking for the net. Here's King. Oh, and he tries to stick handle it to get one teed up for a shot that goes just off of the stick. No, he plays it back up to Purchase. Purchase makes his own, tries to send it over to Deep. Deep at the tail end of a long shift, and him and Baker need to get up. Purchase back on from this 3rd for the line that he's playing with, but we have Deep still working. He sends it in off the boards. Heritage sends it into the bench, and we'll have a stoppage with exactly 8:30 left for the first time all season. It's 8:30, and I guess we don't zam after halfway through the period. That was only at the twisted wrister. Maybe we zam after 2 periods. Apologies for having the rules. Pretty excited about it stopping exactly halfway through the second period, although that wasn't the case. Draws one back by the Screaming Eagles, sent down low. This is the Canapari line out there. Tarburst working with Canapari. And Purchase. Puck is sent in for an ice. 8:17 left, second period. Valor still with that 3-0 lead after that hat trick by Maddox Charles, which he completed about 12 minutes into the first period. See Bodine down there on one side of the glass watching, and the other boys are on the other side of the glass watching. Draws one back to Gogol, can't keep it in the zone. Heritage Eagles are racing back to get there. Gogol's hauled down. Good back check there. Purchase gets back. McKinnon, oh, good pass there by Gogol. Tries to connect. Canapari can't quite get there. Oh, Tarbert had it, but it was in his feet. He didn't see where it was. McKinnon had come up, and now it's in the neutral zone going back and forth. Eagles try and toe drag around Gogol. That's not successful. Gogol does get knocked down. Now he gets bodied by Canapari, this kid from Heritage. Back to this lady on the front. He just chips it. Oh my goodness gracious, and that was a goal. That was a chip shot from the point, and I'm not so sure who tipped that in. It was tipped, and I couldn't quite see how that went in. It's some traffic in front. It's kind of a floater shot. That might have been an own goal. It was hard to tell. Whatever the case, it's a 3-1 Valor lead. Some lazy play by the Screaming Eagles. This come out the second period pretty flat. Let's see if Maddox can take this into his own hands. He gets past one. Doesn't quite get past another. Played out to O'Donnell. O'Donnell back to Foy, up to Sorensen. Sorensen's got other forwards with him. Good cross-ice pass, doesn't quite make it through. Sorensen working back behind the net. Good job shielding the puck, looking for somebody, looking for some support. Foy gets taken down. Now we're going the other direction. No, good job by Sorensen. Flips it backhand all the way O'Donnell. O'Donnell up to Maddox. Maddox up to Sorensen. He makes a line with some speed. Oh, tries to get past him, but he could not. Now we got, oh, good one-touch pass just over the net. Good work by Sorensen. Looking for an end back up top. Oh my goodness gracious, what a good tic-tac pass right there. O'Donnell to Maddox. Maddox to Sorensen. Maddox looking down deep. Sorensen. Oh, and there's Fisher again. I dare to say that's number 3 like that, where it just popped off his stick before he could get solid wood on it. Now the Eagles are trying to clear it. Big line mismatch here. Deep has come onto the ice, but now it pops out. The Eagles might have had some momentum. And now that go D to D. Comes off a deep stick, sent all the way back down in, and that is not a nice. He makes the line. Sutter gives chase. He's tied up in the back. Deep comes from support, and he gets hit hard from behind and goes into the boards face first. That big kid from Heritage. Baker regroups, sends it back to Foy through his legs. Valor looks a little bit on their heels now, strangely. 5:42 left in the second period. Having trouble getting any kind of momentum going at all. Heritage turns, fires it back. They try and get the breakout going. Another fan pass, but the guy is right there. Foy connects with some body. Baker works the breakout. Up to King, up the side. He pauses, looking for a pass. Nobody's there. He tries to pass it to himself. Good idea. Sent back in. Now it's chipped back out. Number 21, this young lady, King, is back. She fires one that's deflected from above the circle. And now here comes Valor going the other direction. Coffey to deep, back. Coffey shot. No screen. That's from just inside the blue line. Pretty benign shot there too. Pretty simple save, but did produce a rebound, which the goalie was able to glove pretty quickly. 4:52 left, second period. And this period has the Eagles 1 and the Screaming Eagles 0. Pops out high. MacKinnon. Oh, shot, not glove save. Bounces off the glove. The Canapari line's out there. Tarbert flips it back in. Bevan gives chase back in the corner. Good battle. He gets some support from Canapari. Canapari working. He takes some body, bounces off one. Good job there. The Eagles come out with it. Heritage is fishing out these puck battles behind the net. Oh, they try and get it past Tarbert. That doesn't work. Canapari's going the other direction with Bevan. Bevan, oh, he was looking for Canapari to go straight. He went to the side. Puck pops out. Boys are still working, and that one is a good sharp angle shot. The goalie had to make a save. 4:11 left, second period. Updated shot totals are 23 shots by the Screaming Eagles and 12 by the Heritage Eagles. Fisher lines back out there. Fisher is working with Sorensen and Maddox Charles. Tries to push it up into the corner, but it's intercepted by the Eagles. Fisher ties him up on the side boards. Maddox comes in, he fishes it out. Good job winning that battle. Now it pops out to O'Donnell. Backhands it up. There's Fish. Shot, point blank shot, save. Another one, save, another save. Oh my goodness gracious. That goalie makes 2 great saves. He's lost his stick. See if Maddox can regroup. Goalie without a stick. Maddox has a seam. Shot into the center of the goalie, and that is easily corralled. 3:42 left, and that will do it for the play without the stick. Baker line comes out, and he is working with Purchase and deep. We've got Foy and O'Donnell on the blue line. Baker ties him up, but a draw is ultimately controlled. Oh, the Screaming Eagles come out with it. Good work there. Deep fires one and tries to get one to Purchase, who was hanging out in the slot again. Up top, Foy down to Purchase. Purchase has some time to survey. Up to Deep. Ooh, just off of his skate, couldn't connect on it. Boys are still working down there. Purchase on the forecheck. Good stick. Eagles pop out with it. They try and get it out. Can't get it past Foy, rather. Sent back down in. Purchase on the forecheck. Oh, O'Donnell goes one way and it comes out the other. And now here comes the Heritage Eagles. Make it by Deep. Oh, good stick by Deep to break up that play. Now here comes Baker going the other direction. Chips it up to Purchase. He's got some speed. Baker's still going. It's 1-on-3, 1-on-4. Sends it back down into the corner. He needs some support. Baker turns. He's got all kinds of space. Gets past 1, 2, 3. Can't get past them all, but that fourth being the goalie makes a save. Good work by Baker. Working down low, making something happen, knowing that the boys were in the middle of a change. You can see it on the replay. 1, 2. And he tries, he just didn't have a seam to get the puck through. Good work, the individual move there by Baker. Canapari lines out there, 2:43 left, second period. Canapari wins the draw over to Bevan, but he couldn't keep it in. King in a race, good job, get with the position there to break that play up. Copy back to King. King tries to get it up to Tarbert off the half wall, and they are able to get it out. Canapari breaks it out with Bevan. Bevan tries that pass to, doesn't quite connect with Canapari. Good work by Bevan circling back behind the net. He stays with it, looks for a pass. There's King. Oh, King to Coffey. Low. Oh, I couldn't tell, but that was just wide. Good shot by Coffey with Canapari there on the deflection. Now Heritage tries to get it out. Good job by King keeping it in. Chips it up, Canapari. Good job with the body, sealing that off. Sent all the way back down in by King. Bevan intercepts, good stick. Tries to go back to a breaking Tarbert, but does not connect. Now it pops out. Good play by Bevan to keep it in. Backhands it, and that doesn't make it through. Now Tarbert turns, fires it to the middle, and that just outside of the reach of Bevan, and the goalie pounces on that. 1:34 left in the second period. And Valor is clinging to that 3-1 lead, and they have not done anything too remarkable yet in this second period. Fisher in the faceoff circle. Draws one back by Heritage Eagles. They do. It bounces over McKiddle's stick. Gets bodied off that one, gets tied up. A good job tying that kid off. Now Gogol gets tied. Oh, blown tire by Fisher. Here comes the Eagles to the slot. Save. Good stick by Maddox to help break it up, and then good save by Jordan. Maddox bounces off a couple of people. They wanted a piece of him. That draws a foul. And that could be 2 fouls, I'm not sure. 2 penalties, maybe, at least 1. And that's a hold on Charles, and we'll get to see these boys go to work. The 5-forward power play. Oh, it's at least 1. It's only 1 penalty, I suppose. 2 minutes for holding, I think they'll call, so we'll get to see the boys go to work. And watching Hoyt and Maddox work this power play was so fun last year, so I expect nothing less here. Fisher in the faceoff circle draws one back. Goalie can't pounce on it. Good work by Baker to get on that puck and sends it back up to Hoyt. The boys are going to go to work. Hoyt spins off one, tries to get it in, but it's okay. All right, they still maintain control. Fisher, Sorensen, Charles. Charles circles back, backhands it over to Deep. He surveys. Turns, fires deep. Good shot by Deep, looking for a rebound. Fisher maintains possession. Deep has time, back up to Charles. Over to Sorensen, all the time in the world, score! And there we go, Sorensen on the board. We'd seen Sorensen to Charles all those times, and that one is now Charles to Sorensen. Sorensen had 5 strides. The goalie did not have a stick. Sorensen saw that, and he goes 5-hole on that. His first goal of the CPHL season. Good job, good heads-up play, and Sorensen had all kinds of time. He could have almost skated that into the net. I think he went in just short side, actually. It wasn't 5-hole, just between the goalie and the side of the net. He literally could have skated another 2 or 3 strides in before anybody converged on him. As it is, they score a goal, 4-1, second period. Baker lines out there. Baker is working with Suter and Purchase now. Suter brings it in. Good job by Suter. He stops. Puck is sent back out. MacKinnon, I don't think, was ready for that. Puck came out quick. MacKinnon with that speed gets back there. He's going to wind all the way back behind the net. Sends it back, strange bounce off, but it clears the zone. Harmlessly back in the neutral zone, and that is played by the goalie. That would have been an ice. And now that should do it to the period. Clock goes to zeros. End of the second period, and I think they'll make ice, but I don't actually know the rules. 4-1 Valor lead. I think they're asking the coaches if they want to make ice, and it looks like, yep, they're going to make some ice. The boys are going to get off the ice. They're going to make some new ice, and we'll see everybody back here in about 10 or 15 minutes. back. It's so good to know that for the future, that the ZAM is after the second period. So some stats here on that first period. Wow, Valor really turned it on towards the end. Shots are 31-13. 4 goals for the Screaming Eagles. That great last goal by Hoyt Sorensen. So the score sheet is being monopolized by Charles and Sorensen. And here we go. Fisher line is out there with the aforementioned Sorensen and Charles sent back down deep. Gogol gets there. Gets converged on by a couple of Eagles, and now here come the boys. Break up by MacKinnon. He's got some speed. It's chipped in by Maddox. Sent back into the corner. Sorensen's there on it. Good backhand. Oh, and that is an own goal. And I think that will count for Sorensen. He had teed one up for Charles, and the kid that broke it up, oh yeah, he kicked it in. That's an own goal, unfortunately. Eagles do not need to be doing any of that. And just like that, it's 5-1 Valor. I think that one will go as a goal for Sorensen. Yep, that is a goal for Sorensen. And the Baker line is out there. Baker wins it back to Sutter, but the Eagles control now. They break it out. Intercepted. Good poke by Coffey. Chipped up deep, tries to get it up out of the neutral zone, and now toe drag attempt there by Sutter. He can't quite get it around. Flips up to Baker. Tries to get one in the center, and he does, but deep was a little late getting there. Pretty good play by the boys, but maybe just a step early or a step late, whichever way you want to look at it. Eagles try and gain control and get something organized on the breakout. It's sent back down in. Baker gets there, good job intercepting, pops out to the center, and here comes the Heritage Eagles on the breakout. They streak up the side, it's sent down in, but King is there to, tries to send it around, but it doesn't make it through the Eagles. Deep, plays it, and it bounces over the Heritage kid's skate, and now it's sent back in, and the Valor Screaming Eagles will go for a change. Jordan leaves it behind the goal, which is dangerous, but fortunately Coffey was there. Now Eagles break it out. They're going to organize up top. Slow shot, looking for a deflection, doesn't make it through. Tarbert's going to break. He streaks up the side. He's got Canapari with him. 5 kids are back. Low, sharp angle shot does not make it through. Bevan converges on it. He goes cross ice to Foy. Foy's going to flip it in. Canapari goes to the chase with some support from Bevan. Pops out to O'Donnell, who has crept in from his blue line position. Bevan can't quite get it in, but there's Foy to keep it in. He sends it softly back into Bevan. Bevan surveys and he spins around. Bigger kid, takes some body, but does get it out to the slot. Tarbert fires. Stick save pretty easily by the goalie. It's popped out to the neutral zone, and there's Foy. He's going to regroup with his head up. O'Donnell looks. Good centering pass to Canapari. Weaves around one. Turn shot saved by the goalie. 14:34 left, third period. 5-1 Screaming Eagles over the Eagles. The Fisher line will head back out. Fisher, of course, with Sorensen and Charles, and those two accounting for the 5 goals thus far. Fisher wins the drawback. Charles turns and sends it down into Sorensen. Fisher's banging at it. 3, bang, bing, bong. Nobody can get it in. So Charles cleaning up the trash and sends it wide. That was the easiest shot he had. He sent that one wide. Eagles get there and they send it. MacKinnon falls down, but sent back. Jordan will play it. Leaves it for Gogol. Oh no, that could have been dangerous. He gets shoved down into the boards, and that's a late call, but it is finally a call. Goalie did not make that call. The ref did not make that call at first. Hand went up late. Could have been dangerous when Gogol was falling. Then he gets sent down. Ooh, into the wall. Nah, ref made that call pretty quickly. And now we'll get to see the boys go to work on the power play. I'm going to send the PP2 unit out there, which is good. Give these boys some work. Not that the game is in hand. Anything can happen in these high school games, but we'll try PP2 out there. Sutter is working with O'Donnell, McKinnon, Bevan, and Tarbert. Draws one back. Bevan sends it in. O'Donnell to Bevan off of his stick back into the corner. Eagles get there and send it all the way down. Jordan has to play it. He sticks it over to O'Donnell. O'Donnell regroups, tries to get it to McKinnon. There's Tarver with some speed. He'll dump it in for the dump and chase, and now they have to chase. Left for the goalie, turn, fired back in. O'Donnell keeps it in. Good job keeping it in as O'Donnell. Bevan's going to set it up. O'Donnell, Bevan. Bevan winds around. He's got a little bit of space in this kid's legs, but he gets sealed off. Sutter's down there. Now we got 4 screaming Eagles down there, and that's what happens. McKinnon had to leave his post, offer some support, and the puck floated out to that side. Nobody was on the blue line. Chipped in, not deep enough. Now it's sent back down. McKinnon regroups in his own zone. 1:05 left on the penalty. 12:51 left in the period. O'Donnell cross ice to Sorensen. Sorensen leaves it back to Maddox, and they're going to play too many kids on the ice. Yeah, there's too many people on the ice, and that'll take care of PP1 unit. Are they calling too many men? Clock is still rolling. They got to stop the clock. Oh, he's winding. Okay. Give us a second to get organized here. Let me check the score sheet to see what the call is. I don't know if that's a too many men penalty. Yep, it is a too many men. Looks like Purchase is going to serve that penalty. 5 kids on the ice. I think O'Donnell was still on the ice when the puck got played down there, and all 5 forwards were back on the ice. So obviously that's not ideal. We're adjusting the clock, it looks like, up to 12:13, putting the first Heritage Eagles penalty with 38 seconds left, and the too many men penalty for the Screaming Eagles is going up on the box, or sorry, on the board, and we'll have 4-on-4 for 38 seconds. I like the Screaming Eagles odds here. We got Maddox Charles working with Hoyt Sorensen, with O'Donnell, I believe that's King. Draws controlled by Eagles. There's Hoyt on the forecheck. Some bother. Looks like the Eagles are okay just playing keep away until they get their extra man out there. We're going to start the breakout. 4-on-4 hockey, chipped up. Eagles seem to have it organized. It's chipped in all the way down in. King gets there. He's going to send it back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell chips and just sort of panic, passes it off the wall, and that is an ice. .53 left in third period. 5 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. And then it will be a power play for the Heritage Eagles for about 1:20. Fisher working with Sutter. Good pressure by Sutter. Gets it out. Eagles have to regroup. They had a delayed offsides working, and now they're on the power play. So let's see how this 5-on-4 goes. We have Sutter and Fisher in the forward PK, and Gogol takes some body. Gogol out working with McKinnon. Puck over to McKinnon on his side. He sends it in all the way around. Eagles keep it in. Good pressure by Sutter out on the point. Eagles trying to set the umbrella and work the side. Oh my goodness, kid brings it a full stride out. Oh my goodness, and then Gogol not paying attention, just tries to clear it. They had all kinds of time. And now the Eagles make the line. Gogol falls down. Eagles try to poke one in. They don't make it in. 11 minutes left, 30 seconds left in the power play. Here's some people yelling. Gogol then chips one, gets it all the way down. Yeah, Gogol didn't see that it was delayed offsides there, and he tried to just jam one out of the zone when he had plenty of time. Canapari on the forecheck. Canapari's now out working with Tarbert. Good job by Coffey to intercept in the neutral zone. Now the Eagles, who have 9 seconds left on the power play, maybe one last rush. He can't quit, get it through the neutral zone. Good job by Tarbert and Canapari jamming up that zone. Oh, and here comes Purchase out of the box with some speed. Oh, just out of this outstretched hand of Tarbert. Purchase was streaking too. Now the Eagles organize. Good job on the back check by Purchase. Canapari, oh, dangerous, but it ends up on King's stick. Up to Purchase. He's in all alone. No one to break. Score! And there's Purchase. Good outlet pass there, and Perch gets on the board. Great stretch pass there. Purchase gets the puck about middle ice, and he could just pick where he wanted to shoot that. And he goes, I believe that's 7-hole. Sweet shot by Perch, and he extends that lead by 5 goals to 6-1. Good to see him on the score sheet, and oh yeah, great shot. Went low blocker side. Goalie had no chance there. 6-1, screaming Eagles. 10:02 left. Gabe Fisher line out there with Sorensen and Charles. D is Coffey, and it comes up to Charles. Cross ice pass to Hoyt, goes off the wall. Content with bouncing and playing it off the wall. Now the two of them are down low. Charles and Sorensen. Charles reverses, but Hoyt had popped out. Now Maddox has all the time he wants behind the net. Tried to get one up to Sorensen. In the circle, he takes a shot, but it's deflected. Easily gloved down. 9:38 left, third period. 7:29 the real time, and 9:38. This game has been going a little under an hour and a half. Hoyt is hauled down. Action's back on. Hoyt pressuring along the wall. There goes Maddox. Now Foy comes in to help with some pressure. Good job by Fisher holding the line. He sends it back down, but nobody is on that far side. Now he's tried to get it out. Good job by Fish. Again holding the line. Oh, good deflection attempt by Sorensen. There's Maddox working, looking for a break in Sorensen on that back door. You can see them working well together. Sorensen, oh, tried to body, missed out a little bit of that. Now it's back to Sorensen with that good acceleration. Tries to make it to the front, but it's stick to side, and that's a hook, and we'll see the boys back on the power play. Now maybe we'll probably see that PP2 unit out there. Let's see if I can, yeah, that stretch pass on that Purchase goal was from Sutter. Good stretch pass. Sutter picks up the primary assist on that with Purchase. His first goal of the CPHL season on the varsity squad. That was a great goal. Fast breakaway. Draws one and controlled by the Eagles, and they send it all the way back down. Happens to be on net. Stick to side by Jordan pretty easily. Winds it back around to O'Donnell. Kid there's on the forecheck. Pretty good work. The kiddo's going to pause. Sweep it back around. Sent back over to Tarbert, and he sends it back around without even looking. Guys have plenty of time, and now it's like a hot potato. Nobody wants it. The kiddo now back around. That doesn't connect with Tarbert. Kids have an extra skater on that. Good touch pass there by Sutter. Leaves it for Tarbert. Tarbert shot from a sharp angle, looking for a rebound potential. That's covered up. 1:20 left in the penalty. 8:10 left in the third period. 6-1 Valor lead. Now we'll see that 5 forward unit go to work down here. Sorensen, Maddox Charles, Gabe Fisher, Carson Deep, and Hoyt Sorensen. Draws one back pretty cleanly. Maddox, he gets some pressure. Aggressive PK usually leads to some openings. Good job by Hoyt. Tries to get it back to Maddox. He keeps it in off his stick. Back to Hoyt. Hoyt cross-ice pass to Deep. Deep shot straight into the center of this goalie's stomach. They might have another opportunity. Maddox surveying shot goes wide, looking for a deflection by Baker. Oh, Baker could not quite. And a little bit of pushing and shoving in front of the net. Blown whistle. 52 seconds. Good puck movement. It was an aggressive PK by the Heritage Eagles, and when they have that aggressive PK, that usually means there's some open ice rather than playing that passive box that most teams like to play. And usually the speed of Maddox Charles or Hoyt Sorensen can bust out wide open. Another clean win by Fisher. See what Maddox does now, and the quarterback of this goes over to Sorensen. He winds his way in again. Low shot. That's where he made that first goal from, when he just was able to skate all the way in. Deep tries to dance at the blue line. Could be dangerous. Turns there, some support from Charles. He's got space. Shot, oh, good glove stop by that goalie. Baker spins around one. Fisher there with some support. Good job. Back to Sorensen. Sorensen back up top to Charles. Sorensen. Charles back to Sorensen. Ooh, intercepted. Sorensen back to Charles. Charleston walks the blue line. Back to Sorensen. Oh, look at that space. Goal. He took 6 strides, got in just below the dot, and was about 3 strides from the goalie and went top shelf. That's 3 goals now for Sorensen, so a hat trick each for Sorensen and Maddox Charles, the 2 offensive stars on the team. The goalie really had no chance there. They gave all that space to Sorensen. He could have taken several more strides in, and he just went short side, top corner. That was a sweet goal. Great placement on that too. 7-1 Valor, 6:36 now running clock. Draws one back to Coffey. Cross ice to King. Good job by King backing off that pass. He's looking at Purchase. Goes D to D. Good pass to Canapari, who was open. Good look by Coffey. Canapari dances by one. Shot doesn't make it through. Good work by Canapari getting that open avenue in that shot though. Little touch pass by Eagles doesn't work, and Purchase sends it back in. Eagles get there first. Canapari on the forecheck, gets some support from Sutter. Now it's just played out, but good job by Purchase holding the line and keeping that puck in. But the Eagles are there. No Valor Eagles were there on the chase, but now 4 Valor Eagles are clogged up on that side. Work on the positioning. Coffey comes out with it. He has his head up and sends it, and nobody gets their stick on that, and that goes down for an ice, which I suppose is fine because it is a run clock. 5:34 left in the 3rd period. Yeah, the power plays look pretty good. Really letting the Valor Eagles have some open ice. Good job by Deep, pumping it up to himself and tries to chip it up to start the break. 2 players go down, no penalties. Just good hard play. Shot is wide. Bevan is able to chip it up. Here comes Deep with Baker, 2-on-2. Sends it over to Baker. Gets through one, stops, tries to get one. Oh, good job avoiding a hit. Loses a stick, goes in and bodies, needs to go back and get his stick. Maybe his stick is broken. That must be the case. Looks like Baker's going to need to go to Pure Hockey, get another stick. Cringe whenever you see that happen because you know it means you have to flash the checkbook for $3.50. .421 left, running clock, 7-1. Screaming Eagles lead. Fisher lines out there with Sorensen, Maddox Charles. Charles working down low. Sorensen support. Oh, good feed to Spitzer, who was just set up. Good stick work. Sorensen worked so hard with that, so aggressive with a stick. Goal. Another good goal. Maddox Charles to Hoyt Sorensen takes the lead in goals for the night. 4 goals, 3 assists. 7-point night. Welcome back to CPHL, Hoyt. I think he was the leading point getter in the season last year. I don't remember if it was CPHL or CHASA or which one it was, but he's on that same pace now. Very impressive. Sent back into the Heritage Eagles zone. Purchase is there. He's still working hard. He falls down, avoids going into the boards head first, though. It could have been dangerous. Pops out. Good shield job by Gogol with the body. Good work there. Turned and fired back by MacKinnon with a nice reverse check, too. And now that is in offsides. And we'll have a face-off out of the zone with 2:50 left in the third period. Draws one back by the Screaming Eagles. Gogol chips it up to Tarbert, just out of Purchase's reach. Oh, good body by Purchase. Passed it up to Canapari. Didn't connect on that one, though. Sent back in. There's Gogol. He's going to send it back in the zone. Delayed offside. The boys touch up. And Purchase comes out of it. Good game by Purchase, too. Said his name a lot. He's been all over the ice. Heritage Eagles coming. There's Purchase again on the back check. And now it's O'Donnell. O'Donnell joins the fray, and he tries to get it in. Doesn't get it in deep enough. But good job by Tarbert holding the line and keeping that puck in. There's Bevan on the forecheck. So good. He's so aggressive on the forecheck is Bevan. Fishes the puck out. He's looking for somebody to pass to. Tries to reverse directions, but he couldn't quite get that teed up. And now here comes the Eagles. But good speed by O'Donnell to close and break up that breakaway. And good job by Bevan, speaking of breakaway, getting a stick on that. Bevan with the puck and with some time back behind. Sends it out to O'Donnell, who's going to dance and send it back into the half wall. Now here comes Eagles, and they're going to ice it. Get that out of harm's way. 1 minute, 23 seconds left on the clock. And this is, other than that second period, which looked a little flat, which each team scored a goal. This has been really all Valor. Draws one, controlled. Canapari. So that was deep with the shot. Now back behind to Bevan. Bevan turns, good centering pass. Broken up by the goalie. Baker is working. He looks up and sends one up to O'Donnell. Good screen pass through a couple, looking for a deflection. Foy keeps it down low and sent back to Baker. He's got another shot at it. He spins around and wheels one back down into the corner for Deep. Deep sends it back to Baker. 34 seconds. Baker passes to himself. The Eagles and the Screaming Eagles are both content probably to get this game over with and get back in the locker room, debrief on the game. Some real nice bright spots for the Screaming Eagles. Sort of a fluky goal, otherwise it would have been a shutout for Lucas Jordan. Puck sent in, 10 seconds left. Eagles try to break one out. Not sent in by the young lady, and O'Donnell just flips it in, and that will do it. Pretty dominating performance by the Screaming Eagles of Valor, as I suppose would be expected. The final score is 8-1 with 44 shots on goal from the Screaming Eagles versus 13 from the Eagles. And I think that they were stuck at 13 for a while. So great performance by the Screaming Eagles. And again, looking at the score sheet, pretty dominating performance. That's a 7-point night for Hoyt Sorensen, 4 goals, 3 assists. 3 goals, 3 assists for Maddox Charles. Perch had the other goal. 8 goals for your Screaming Eagles. Tomorrow night we'll be back at you versus the Wolverines from Chaparral. We played them in the Twisted Wrister. It was pretty close for part of the game, and then the Screaming Eagles really pulled away. Tomorrow night the game, let's check that out, is at 5:30. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good evening and a good tomorrow morning. Yeah, thank you.
Except we're home.